working, man.
I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious. I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
No music. No music. All right, let me see. Can y'all even hear? What's good with you?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Can you hear me though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. All right. I didn't know if I had to refresh. Yeah, no intro. Nah,
No,
music.
we're not.
Yeah.
We're not doing none of that. None of that
We're
today.
not doing none of that today.
Get that real raw, son.
Yeah,
This is raw. This is raw.
real rough, raw. We just
Real
not
rough,
doing it.
raw. You know what I'm saying? No filters.
Nothing. Could have
You
did it,
know,
but we just not
I know
doing
y'all. Some of y'all be out there, you know, with your producers and all that in the videos.
Yeah.
We're not doing none of that today.
Come to work if you want.
You know
You know what I'm saying? If you don't want the producer all in the video, come to work. It's real rugged and raw right here.
Look
Son.
at it raw, man. It's
We not
guerrilla
doing-
style, son.
We not doing none of that pretty shit, son.
You
We
know
not
what I'm
doing
saying?
all the intros and people talking and all that.
Nah,
Just go right
son.
to it, son.
Yeah, bump that intro music, fair. We doing raw podcast, son.
You know what I'm saying? The old way. This is before.
Old
yeah.
school style. This is
You know what I'm
pre-COVID
saying?
style. Before y'all started getting all the producers,
You know what I mean?
you know what I mean, with your TikToks and your, you know what I mean. This is just.
I know the wall is giving jail behind me, county jail.
Yeah, I was about to say. So what time? When's your yard time?
I appreciate everybody to send money. You know what I mean? Put some money on my books that allowed me to come into the library and get on the computer. You know what I'm saying? At the
I put some on
library.
your commissary, son. Did you get your commissary? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I appreciate it. That's why I'm in here.
Okay.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
Oh,
You know what
geez.
I'm saying? I'm in here trying to, better myself. Yeah.
Phone check, champ.
So yeah, no sound effects and no music today, ladies and gentlemen, and that's why the Cash App will stay on the screen for the remainder of the show. Bail me the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Proceeds going immediately to Lamont's bail. We were looking for bail money.
You know what I'm saying? That brick wall, man, is
Oh,
universal. Universal.
Sheesh.
The chair is nice though. The chair is nice.
Okay, well, yeah, you got a backing now. You got a back to the chair. You got a little lean. All right, well, plus.
All right, for those that don't know, welcome to the program. Lamont King's All Fun and Games. My man John Watson, the Friday edition, something like a podcast, but it's live. So that's what the difference is. Hilarious commentary, celebrity guests. Not today and not here, but interesting people and trending topics. So that's what it is, man. I had to. So here's the thing.
Okay.
I'll be transparent with you guys. I was driving on dead tags, and it just, when you go in, you get picked up on Friday. You stay till Monday.
You stay till Monday.
You stay till Monday.
So
this is what it is.
You're lucky it's Monday, because Tuesday is a holiday, so you're lucky.
Yeah. Oh,
You know what I'm saying? So you've been in that thing till Tuesday. If Monday was a holiday.
And I told him, I said, "Hey man, but I do a show. Can I at least do the show?" They was like, "All right, you got an hour.
You got 1 hour,
Yeah.
and it better be funny."
Right.
Make us laugh.
They right over here. They right. Oh, jeez.
Oh man.
But yeah, man, I had to lug this equipment around because I knew I was going to be in a particular place at the particular time. So I had to bring on everything but the sound effects machine.
Everything but the sound
everything
effects.
Everything made
the key nugget to the program.
Yeah, it's just so cumbersome. It's just so cumbersome. I was unable.
Only put so much in a backpack.
Yes, correct.
Right.
And now I'm having withdrawal because when you just said as you can only put so much in the backpack, I reached.
You wanted to hit the button.
I wanted to hit the rim shot. I was
Oh jeez.
Yeah. USB drive. Everyone's so smart on this, and I love our audience for being so intelligent. Put it on a USB drive, okay, and then I put it on a USB drive. And
then what? Right. I was saying then what? It's on the drive, but it still needs you gotta access it and
look where I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
on, guys.
It's not gonna happen. It's not that easy.
Oh, it's simple. All you gotta do is put it on a USB drive, and then you're good. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, though. Thanks. Thanks. But so anyway, we I told on the show that I just came off of Karen Hunter's show. Hey man, I just the Kyrie thing. It just broke my heart. It broke my heart, man. Because you and I were just having a conversation recently.
Yes.
And recently.
Matter of fact, you want to listen to the conversation that we had? Tune in to DC Radio tomorrow.
DCRadio.gov. Let's see.
We had a future conversation about the past.
In the past.
Yeah.
It was yes. Future
It
conversation about the
was
past.
a very clairvoyant conversation. And what's funny is at the time of the conversation, we had mentioned that he had he gave somewhat of a delivery of
I thought that was it.
And I said,
thought that was it.
And I wish I could hear it back to know if I was actually going, nah, I don't think that's gonna work. And you was like, nah, I know apology coming. And then hours later, I texted you. I was like, oh, look at this apology. Isn't that fantastic?
I thought so. Here's the thing. I thought he was playing it so well. He wasn't, well, by my standards, he wasn't super aggressive. He wasn't, he gave you moments that went viral, but I don't think he was giving you viral moments, if that makes sense. I don't think he was going out his way. He wasn't doing what Kanye is doing. He wasn't doing that.
Yeah, no, he wasn't intentionally.
Yeah, no. In the last one, and here's where I was all the way fed up. When the guy, I told you when we had the conversation, I said I feel like the guy asking the question on both occasions was the same guy. Turns out it was.
Yes.
So he's a guest on Sports Center last night, grandstanding and big talking. And Scott Van Pelt, who I love, is real live placating the dude, right? And so I'm like, how does this guy get this? He like, and I just felt like Kyrie needed to answer for what he did. I was like, who the fuck
Who are
is
you?
you?
Right. Who are you?
Like, and they were in because he tapes in DC too, and he was like, he's here. He covers the Nets. Okay. So he's around Kyrie.
Yeah.
I said, oh, this guy probably just doesn't like him because who are you to have that expectation from him? Who are you? Right. And even if you now watching this, go back and look at, well, they took the clips off the internet, but go back, if you could, go back and watch the way he asked, what he asked, and then Kyrie's answers. Like Kyrie literally answered, and the one he got in trouble for, him saying, I ain't really, I don't really have to, it's not about that, blah, blah, blah. Then the suspension came, and then there was the apology. The apology to me sufficed. It should have sufficed. He said, and it wasn't an apology in a true sense. It didn't include the words sorry or apologize.
Apologize, right.
Which I could care less if you have a command of the English language. He said, here's the key points. Here's the key takeaway. And I will keep arguing this point. He said, I'm responsible for what I posted, and I am willing to hold myself accountable. The dude kept asking the question. He said it 3 times. So then he ended, the dude tried to shift gears and try to back him in the corner. Well, we just need you to denounce anti-Semitism. Are you anti-Semitic? This is not a basketball question. It's not even a question that has depth to the issue at hand. Because I know you asking the question did not watch the movie. He already said, Kyrie had already said, there were things I agree with. There are things I didn't agree with. I just posted it because I was like, wow, this is something I had came across and watched. Right. So the guy said, we just need you to say it. So Kyrie says, straight up and down, I can't be because I know where I come from. All right. You have been outsmarted. Shut up.
Right. Leave it alone.
You're not gonna counter that with any level of intelligence that's more intelligent than the answer he just gave you, unless you're a scholar. If you're a scholar, you can push. Well, what do you mean where you're from, and what does that have to do with X, Y, Z? You're not a scholar. Right. He said, I can't be that because I know where I'm from. So now you're mere asking the question again. Now you're questioning him. Right. He just told you because of where I'm from. Now are you doubting that he believes himself to be a descendant of the original Jews? Are you doubting that? Are you qualified
Right.
to doubt that?
Right.
And
Right. Right.
what is your doubt based on?
Yeah.
Are you
You out here 23 and me and like on the
yeah, what
spot,
is you
right? Like my
yes,
lineage off the spot.
and it bothers me because I don't know it all, but I know what they're doing. And
Mhm.
that when they little boy black men on TV, it gets under my skin.
Yeah.
And to see other black men really jumping in on bandwagon and it's one thing to denounce hate speech and all that other stuff, but man, it goes both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Like it goes. What do you mean? You don't. There's no intellectual conversation being had to define to the masses what exactly is the issue. What makes it anti-Semitic,
Mm-hmm.
right? So there are things in the apparently in the documentary where they say Jews are the devil, and because of this and that, and historically and that. All right, let's talk about that and explain it and then put it on, have a conversation on his lineage and who he thinks he is and blah blah. Had that's an outside conversation, but nobody's willing to have it. And to see black folk on social media and all these people, Shaq, Stephen A, Michael Wilbon, Shannon Sharp, all these people like he's an idiot. He should have known better. He's not conscious. I'm like, knock it off.
Wait.
Knock
So
it
I haven't
off.
heard any of their commentary.
Oh,
Is
Shaq
he
was the worst.
okay? But wait, is he an idiot because he doesn't know what he's talking about, or is he an idiot because, hey man, why you over there poking the bear? Because you about to get bit.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
he could be a whole idiot because, dude, you like, do you know
You
who you're
messing it
speaking
up for
about? Like,
everybody.
like,
Yeah,
are you an
yeah,
idiot?
yeah.
Or it's the other kind of idiot. So what was Shaq trying to say?
It was the other one. Like he's not conscious and
Oh, okay.
he's not
Because I
he's
think he would
basically
have got that
calling
off.
him unsmart.
I think he could have got that off. And he was like, this fool don't know who he's talking about. In regards of,
But everybody knows that though.
right? But
Yeah,
okay,
everybody
but
knows
say
that.
that.
Yeah. He
You know
talking
what I'm
about
saying?
I love everybody. People know me. I love everybody. And I have friends that are, and I was like, oh, stop, knock it off. And everybody. What another layer to that? What I don't like is they think it's okay, right, to make these people make comments because they can say things. The black guy can scrutinize and critique another black guy, and we're safe, so we don't have to do it. Like you asking all these people who are no academics, no scholars, no theologians, all these people forcing them because the camera's in front of their face to give your opinion on this stupid fool.
Mm-hmm.
No one else. No one else. Why are these the voices of scrutiny? It's the same way. So it's connected. Last year, it was the same voices about the same guy. But about what?
Wait, when they was talking about, what was it last year? Ooh, remind me, because it's like,
It's
oh,
what
it was
he's,
about the vaccines, right? Mm-hmm.
it's what he's being punished for now.
Mm-hmm.
Same people shitting on him. And I'm like, knock it off. The only person that had the balls to really stand up there was inside the NBA on TNT, one of my favorite shows. But they really let me down that night. All four of them went in on him.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
All
okay.
four. Yeah,
Better
yeah,
alert.
yeah,
Better
yeah.
alert. Wait a minute now. Are
Everybody.
you okay? Is your location secure?
Hey, man, y'all said I had time.
Lockdown, son.
Yeah,
Lockdown.
yeah.
Something went on in the cafeteria. There was a shift in the cafeteria. Everybody on lockdown. Wait a minute.
So everybody was like, Kenny, Shaq, Chuck, Ernie. You expect Ernie. Ernie's got to make the statement. And then Kenny, he did the noble thing. Hey man, well, sometimes, people, I'm not going to jump out there and assume, he meant it one way or another. So he's the only one that played the middle.
Uh-huh.
But by playing the middle, it was more of a defense of Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I can appreciate that. But everybody else was just going in. And I'm like, come on, man. Y'all, this is a slippery slope. This is a slippery slope where this level of victimhood is it's going to get to a point where you're going to be pulled for anything. If him saying, I saw it, I'm doing research, I was up one night, here's the movie I came across.
Right,
Crazy.
but what
Look.
still
He
gets
didn't even,
me, but
he
what
just
still gets
posted
me,
the cover of the movie. He didn't even, he didn't
Yeah.
say nothing.
but what still gets me is no heat from where he found it.
So let's go to the video. Thank you. That's a great segue right there. Let's
Like,
go to, wait a minute, hold up.
people were up in arms. I'll give you a good one.
Yeah.
You know, people
Where'd
were
it
up in
go?
arms about Netflix running Chappelle's special, right? And they leaned on Netflix and they boycotted outside of Netflix and all these, we're employees, we're not coming to work today because we putting this content up on Netflix. As much heat as Chappelle got himself, but at least the network caught their little fair share of heat for letting it fly, right? Where's the heat for Bezos and them for allowing the content to stay on the even if he didn't know it was there, because there's so many millions of things on there. Like, once you discover it's on there and somebody puts it to light, where's the this is no longer available?
Oh, I like my man Red Blackman said financial buck breaking. That's what it boils down to. Yeah, buck breaking. All right, so here's the only big voice that really gave what you were just talking about.
Okay.
It's the only big voice. One of my favorites.
I watched the entire film. I watched the entire thing. There's a lot of things in the film I disagree with. The curiosity nature of it is interesting. But I will say this. Where is that same attention and energy for the platform that is promoting it and profiting off of it? I don't hear any of that talk around Jeff Bezos and Amazon. I don't hear anybody talking about that. I hear everybody skewing their anger towards Kyrie for taking a picture of it and tweeting about it. Now, there deserves to be more context there from Kyrie. I think where Kyrie lost a lot of people is the unwillingness to go to the podium and expound upon the points that he learned from watching this. Right? And actually coming out and say, I don't stand about calling Jewish people the devil. And there was a lot of misinformation, but this is my main point from watching this. But I go back to the bigger macro point.
One thing. It is irresponsible, even if you have curiosity, it is
I agree with you,
irresponsible
Molly.
to amplify messages from Hitler.
I agree.
Ever on any,
Right.
on,
All right, so I got to pause it right there. I'm going to let it play. But again, you are not a scholar. You're unlearned. So you're bypassing and dismissing everything that Jay Will just said to make your point because you think you need to be heard saying that.
Yeah.
Like that has nothing to do with the point that he's making.
Right.
Ah, geez, hold on. I'm getting emotional.
And that's not. I just want to make that.
No,
and you didn't allude to that, but ever under any circumstance.
Yes. So why is it on a major platform? Why is the major platform amplifying it? Kyrie amplified.
Pause it again. He immediately spanks her.
Right.
And watch where she goes back to.
The 14.7 million. I understand. I think that's a great point. But the platform is profiting and promoting it to billions of people. If that is so, the anti-Semitism, if that is a thing, and I've called a lot of my Jewish friends. We have talked about this. I get it. Kyrie Irving deserves a lot of heat. Then put heat towards something where it deserves it too, and that's on the platform. And I feel like that whole thing is being missed here as everybody. Like, and I get that Kanye tagged onto it. It's a bigger conversation.
You're right, but that doesn't also excuse.
It doesn't excuse it. I'm not saying it does.
Kyrie, and I want to get to the Nets. And does
about
it excuse the Nets from not punishing him?
And this is why, and women who, you young ladies, you sisters who watching the show, don't be offended.
Here we go. Wait a second. Here it comes. And the wind up. Here's the wind up. King coming from way back. It looks like he's going for a shot here. Let's see what he does.
When they put these broads on these sports show who have not played, these dames who are. Oh, it is.
King hits a wild one from way back deep.
It is
like it's going in. Out of bounds. Oh, what a shame. He's out of bounds.
It's such a hard watch when they get these mopes, these yucks. What are you even talking about? What are you talking about?
King has landed in the sand trap.
When they put these dames on these sports shows. What are you talking about?
Oh, he's in the brush now. He's hit it into the brush.
What are you
Not sure if
even
he's gonna make it onto the
talking
green
about?
and not gonna make par. Not
But
gonna make par.
this is really it's a slippery slope because you're gonna frown at the mention of something,
Mhm.
and you're gonna be called anti. You know what I'm saying? You could
Yeah.
like out of all the there's 1,000 movies that I can post in the middle of the night and say, yo, I just watched this.
This is crazy.
That
Right.
could
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
crazy.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah.
That should get me in trouble.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the victim, y'all owned this. The people that's vilifying him, they have a monopoly on victimhood.
But you know what? I've been saying this, and I'm gonna boil it all the way down to where this all begins. And I've been saying it as long as we've been doing this show, because as long as we've been doing this show, people have been doing this, especially celebrities. You don't have to tweet everything.
I agree.
And you don't have to tweet everything. You don't have to share everybody. Like, dog, and I'm not saying this is different than shut up and dribble, right? Because like you have a platform.
Some stuff you just keep to yourself.
That's what I'm saying. Like, not everything is.
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't need to know your every single interesting thought. Like, just like.
However, I don't think this was that though. This was not.
It ended up being that.
Yeah, but there's a reason. They on Get Back. I'm telling you, this has nothing to do with now. It has everything to do with last year. I promise you.
Yeah,
You'll probably never be able to prove it, but
they've been in his pocket since because, like,
But he thumbed his nose and won.
Yes, but there were checks that he didn't get, right?
Yeah, but I mean, he could live without that. But he basically told them to their face, "You're not going to make me."
Yeah,
and I'm still going to be here.
But
I think this is payback.
The ultimate hand slap is that check, or even more so, like the check and the fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because now you got to pay, and he's not getting paid. I mean, sure, he has plenty of whatever money, but still, you messing with the income, right? Regardless of how much you want to think he has, you're still messing with what he had.
Yeah, livelihood and whoever he's taking care of, and all. You got to think about all of that.
You don't know. He could be the worst decision maker in the world and be living $1 million check to $1 million check as far as finances go. Who knows?
Yeah, you know how hard that can be. You know how hard that can be. You know,
I'm trying to tell you, man.
Living million to million out here.
Living million to million.
It's
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's probably the way these gas prices is going.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Jeez.
But,
I wish him the best. I hate it had to be him. But I saw another clip. He's still, he's still being a man in these interviews.
Mm-hmm.
It's just unfortunate that we not really. I mean, just to see the split on Twitter of people who are really, against him, but they're using the talking points of things that they don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
You just bandwagon and talking points. I'm like, I can't rock. And then he's not. I don't care what nobody say. He's not in the Kanye West bag. He's
not
the same. It's not the same.
It's just poor timing.
Yeah,
he's getting looped in there. It's getting looped in there. It's way more horrible timing.
Horrible timing.
Not anywhere close to Kanye bag.
Yeah. It's like you could be you could be somewhere with one of your Jewish friends, and they ask you a question. Hey, do you think the waitress is going to come back? And you'd be like, she might. Did you say Semite? You know what I'm saying? That's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be. I promise you. No, I'm telling you. It's going to get worse.
Oh man.
Yeah, well. Well, anyway. Best to him.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts TP to
TPs, baby. TPs.
I hope he makes it out of this one. I really does. I hope he makes it. But last week we ran out of time, and we didn't get to share some of your excursionary tales from your world travels, and so I wanted to recycle that and bring that back and revisit that, because there's a lot of people looking to just get away.
Right.
People are just looking to just get away
these days and times.
Leave the madness and
escapism.
You're always ahead of the curve, and you're always doing field research, and who would know, that I look up and you somewhere else.
Yes.
And I was like, oh wow, Field, he's on an assignment.
Yes,
and
I was remote assignment, not funded by the Cash App. I'm still waiting to be reimbursed. We're just waiting for those to come in. So,
Expenses.
it took, right, expenses. But yeah, it took a little Euro trip. Across the pond, if you will.
I'm listening.
Okay. And jumped out there and went to London. Spent about 5 days total. So it was a quick trip, a fact-finding mission. But I planned this trip to London, and I purchased the tickets quite a while back. And I was probably about 2 weeks out from the trip when I spoke to a young man who was a little bit more traveled than me. And he's like, "Oh, you're gonna go to Paris while you're there?" And I was like, "Well, how would I do that?" Like he was the dumb one.
It's a whole nother country. Yeah,
like, I'm just jump to Paris real quick.
Yeah, right.
He's like, "It's a 2-hour train that'll get you there." I was like, "Oh, okay." I did not. I did not know that. I did not know that. That's wacky and wild. Wild stuff. I did not know that. So I purchased a ticket for the quick train to Paris. And did like a 24-hour deal there. Got there late in the evening, and then did a city tour. And after the city tour was over, like a bus tour, open bus tour, which hit all the major landmarks in Paris. And I got out and footed it for the rest of the time. Just kind of walked around the city and did some window shopping and then some actual shopping, and did a little bit of eating. Got some croissant. Croissant.
Your croissant with the did you put jam on it?
No jam. No jam's offered.
Oh,
it's fresh, fresh, buttery deliciousness that no jam required.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, major takeaways. Definitely need to spend a couple more days in Paris. London was dope, but I spent a couple days there, so I got a chance to kind of foot it around. And they are real big on public transportation. Streets are mad narrow. Not a lot of 2-lane street business going on there. It's mad narrow. There's a lot of people taking the bus, or they're on foot, or they're riding bikes.
So you said not 2 lanes. So what direction? One-way streets?
Yeah, but it's 1 lane going one. Yeah, it's like a lot of that. But it's not a lot of not a lot of parking, street parking. So like people are on foot, on bike, on like those rentable scooters, like whatever.
Yeah.
They have full lanes out there. Much like the lanes that we hate that they're building in DC, like where
that's where they get it from. It's probably where they got the idea from.
Yes, and it's super efficient out there.
Yeah,
like it works. You know what I mean? It really does work. It's like it's a smaller city. It's it's not as big as even DC's not that big, but it's not that big. You know what I'm saying?
Is London bigger than DC?
Well, I don't know about the downtown, but like I would assume London is as a whole, but like I'm talking about the moment, metropolitan-ish type area.
Hey, who's meaner? Who's more rude? Is it the French or the Brits?
The French might have a slight leg up. I wasn't really treated any kind of way, but I will tell you that you're saying something that just sparked a memory, right? So as I'm leaving Paris, I'm back at the train station. I'm trying to figure out where to go, right? Because I don't know, if I'm supposed to be upstairs or downstairs. I don't know where my train is going. And again, there's the language barrier, right?
Right.
So, I got the phone on the pull up with the translator to say, hey, how do I find the Eurostar back to London? But before I do that, the only phrase I do know and I'm sure about is, parlez-vous anglais? Do you speak English?
Okay.
The lady that was the uniform lady, and she's giving everybody directions. And I walked to her, and I was like, excuse me, parlez-vous anglais? And she's like, no. I was like, yeah. No, but she like no and walked off. Like she wasn't even like, I didn't even get a chance to pull my phone out and do the translator thing. She's just like, nah.
No, because at this time she did not feel like speaking Anglais. She didn't even
that part.
Because she understood what you said.
Also, I said it in bad French,
which is American,
right? But I also like if I put that in the reverse or in the adverse, if say I was here and a French person.
Wait, what does that even mean?
If I was in America, if the
what is adverse? Is there another word?
The situation was reversed, and I
get it. Is that a real word? I've never heard that before.
I think
that's a real word.
Google it. Just work with me. It's a lot of shows.
Right. It sounded interesting. I was like, I've never heard that. Is that the reverse of reverse?
Yes.
So yes. That would be
would you like to hear what I had to say, or you just
yeah, I did. I was still stuck on that though. I was stuck.
We'll edit this in post. But like if I was here and a French person walked up to me and started going blah, 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 I'd be like, hey man, learn the language.
Yeah.
So I get it why she
No,
didn't want
that's
to
just
help
true.
me out.
This is true.
Yeah, I get why to help me out. So I wasn't even that upset about it. But you know, other than that, no, everyone was pleasant. You know what I'm saying? Very clean.
Which
towns.
one?
Like
London
I
or
think
France?
London was
I
a
mean,
little bit cleaner, if you
wow,
will.
that's
But
hard
they
to
were both
believe.
very clean. Like it felt like in both cities, like now this doesn't happen, but it felt like at the end of the night, when the streets are fully clear, there's these massive power washing machines that just come through and just every facade and every street.
Like
is just
Bourbon
clean.
Street, like New Orleans almost, where they
You
get the
be a bit
Earl up.
without having to need it. Like New Orleans needs that and it doesn't have it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like on general principle, they street sweeping, but they street sweeping the sides of the buildings. Like the buildings are pristine looking and like well kept and kept in that old style, like that early mid 1900s facade style. Like they didn't go modern on the facades. They kept everything very
like castles.
uniform.
Everything looks like a young castle.
Yeah, right. Like nothing more than like maybe 5 or 6 stories. You know what I'm saying? No major skyscrapers. You know, so you can like if you happen to be in like a building that was over 7 to 10 stories, you had the clearest view of the sky in the city because there's not a lot of them, and they really streets well. Like people don't litter. You know, even the homeless, there were some, but it wasn't a lot.
Isn't this the home of the bubonic plague? I feel like have they been clean ever since?
Maybe. I will tell you this. I saw police harassment.
Oh, wow. Brutality or harassment?
Well, whether it was on the brink of something.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't get my phone out fast enough. I was so disappointed in myself. But there was a gentleman outside of an establishment. I can't remember if it was a eating establishment or whatever, with 4 police officers in front of him, and he's, y'all blah blah, he's talking at that London, and he's like, he's in his cops, and the cops like, hey man, don't and you gonna beat me up? Are you gonna And he's like, you know why? Because you're racist, man. You're racist.
No.
This 6'2" white man talking to a 5'9" police officer of East Indian.
They pulling the move already, and this is what I'm.
He had his phone out, giving it to him. Oh, you're gonna touch me now? You're racist, man. You're racist. This way I was like, wow, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
Everything here is backwards. The streets are cleaner. They kept up their, the facades have a uniformity to it, and they kept their old world style. And white people on black or cops of have with melanin talking about you're racist, don't touch me. And with the phone in the face. I was like, this is great.
Wait a minute, who was saying that you're racist? The
white guy to the cop.
To the cop. See,
the cop
and
was
see,
like
they
Indian or like Pakistan, some sort of, he was melanated.
See, they taking that from the internet and they reversing it, and it's disgusting.
Everything. Yeah, it was great.
Oh, because they see that's you can't. He might be a bigot, but he's not racist. I hate when the term is used wrong. It's just it's unfortunate. Did he strike him about the head and face though?
No, which was the other fascinating part, because the guy had his hand face, and then the cop was like, hey, put your, don't, and he kind of did the grab, and the dude kind of did the little, hey, so you're gonna, and this right here, the shuffle and the tussle, that begins the ass whooping normally.
Oh, so yeah, right. That's the contact.
That's like let the beating commence. Like once you
make contact.
If I'm Officer X and I take your hand to remove it out of my face, and you give me that resistance of you're not going to move my hand out your face. That's when you get beat up. That's when it's supposed to. And no, it just continued. Everybody took a half a step back, and the guy continued to call him a racist with the finger pointing and the phone. And I was like, wow, this is amazing.
Jeez,
amazing.
And how did it end? Is the real question.
Oh, I didn't quite stick around.
You didn't stick around because you knew it could have gone left.
It could have gone left, but it didn't seem like it was going to, because I feel like at that point it was one guy surrounded by 4 cops, and it should have been handled by that.
Well, you know why? You know what precinct they were probably from.
Which one?
The Keystone.
yeah. You know what's funny? I always look. I was like, a lot of them they don't wear weapons. Guns.
Well, they have the club, and they
that's it.
around.
Yeah. So
and the bell hat, the big bell hat. Terry's. What they call Terry's, right? Aren't they Terry's?
Bobby's, no?
Oh,
Are they called
Bobby's. Yeah.
Bobby's?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
Ah,
like in London, I walked past, saw Big Ben and Buckingham Palace just to get that little racism origin in me, just to see if I
yeah,
got a
just to see where
vibe,
it all
just to see
started.
where it
Yeah,
all started. You know what I
see
mean?
where it all started. Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, this is lovely.
yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
nice.
Oh, you know what? You know what else is big out there? Like another thing that we're kind of behind on is they tap card is everything.
What does that mean?
When paying for something, you tap your credit card. You know where you tap?
Oh, digital?
Yeah, the
Like
tap
like
though,
yeah. They've been ahead of the curve for years.
way ahead of it.
Yeah, they've always the digital. I remember watching documentaries, back in the late '90s or whatever, where they were doing uh phone like they was doing like swapping SIM cards for prepaid phones,
Uh-huh.
and we weren't even doing that over here. You know what I mean? Like they've always technology wise, they've always been slightly ahead. That's what a beast is. That's what a beast is. You know about the beast?
The beat. Wait, what
This
is that?
this supercomputer that's built into the side of a mountain.
No.
Yeah. And then it's also the same area with the large hadron collider. That's where you gotta where they're looking for the God particle. You gotta Google that. It's all
Okay.
all that shit is over there. They've always been ahead of doing. They probably chipping over there too. They probably chipping in
Probably.
the
But
yeah.
here was the greatest thing I saw about the tap. Right. Yeah, it's cool. You can use it to get on the public bus, and obviously whatever you pay for and buy, you tap in, right? But they got street performers, right? In front of, in a big plaza where, tourists are gonna pass by,
Yeah.
what have you, or on the along the Thames, the river, like there's a whole
Yeah.
whatever, and there's street performers out there. And the street performers have a little electronic little thing set up right in front of it that says just tap here for a
Oh,
$2 tip.
nice. Oh, nice.
Ah,
Yeah. Because who's gonna say no to that?
but it presets the tip
Oh yeah, wait a
amount.
minute. Yeah, I just missed that. How is that
It
even
says
possible?
tap here for $2 tip. So as soon as you tap it, that you're giving that person $2. Oh,
Oh, wait a
ah,
minute. Wait a
no
minute.
muss, no fuss.
I
No
need this.
muss, no fuss.
I need to enable this technology.
This is what I'm saying. They're ahead of the game.
Yeah. Wait a minute. So what was the console? It was like a
It literally looks like
like
a
a square
little.
joint, like
It's like a
square.
square, but like a little bit bigger. So it's probably about so big. It looks like a little keypad because I guess it hasn't had the keypad, but they've enabled the tap feature on it.
Yeah.
So like imagine the square, right? But
Yeah,
you got
like-
your Wi-Fi set up, but you can just tap it.
Yeah.
And on it is a little
Because I
the
have
little-
that, but I got an old one.
right. But on it is a little note that says tap here for a $2 tip. Bing.
tip.
Oh, genius.
Oh, that's genius.
Genius.
Yeah, you're training your audience. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
No haggle. No
Because
haggle.
they have the little the guitar case open where you can just throw whatever in there.
Yeah.
He's saying no.
For you old world people that like to use
Right.
cash. Yeah.
He's saying no. At a minimum, I'm not going to say nothing crazy. I just need $2.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to throw me a loose nickel or a sixpence or whatever the hell out your pocket. I just need $2 per person and I'm good. Genius.
We're cashless over here. You know.
Cashless.
So
oh yeah, they don't mess with
we
cash.
don't need your dirty cash. We don't
Right.
need
We
your
don't
dirty
need dirty money.
your dirty
Your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
No.
that's tough.
Yeah, no, I was so glad I didn't like get cash to exchange it because no one's looking for cash out there.
Mm.
In Paris or London, nobody's looking for actual physical cash.
Wow.
Nothing.
Hey, the hookers is doing big business out there. You tap
You
tap the card and then
You
tap that
it.
ass.
Yeah. Tap that navel.
Yeah.
Wait, let me get 30 more minutes.
Yeah. You tap the navel,
Yeah.
swipe the butt cheeks. You know what I'm saying?
Or tap the forehead, depending on what she's doing. Tap the forehead, depending on what she's doing.
Where's
Hey,
the sound effect?
Oh, jeez.
Ah, shit. Yeah. Oh well. Who had the London or Paris? Who had the better food?
To me, it was kind of all things equal. I wasn't on a food mission too tough
How?
because I was.
This is
I
why
understand.
you go to these
I
places.
understand.
It's the only reason I would go to these places.
I understand, but I was so focused on the sightseeing and the just getting around that I wasn't
Food
tripping
is
about the food.
sights. The food
But
is sights.
I'll say this much. For every place I was trying to go in Paris, and again, you gotta remember, I was only in Paris for let's say for 12 hours, right? So it wasn't a
Okay.
whole lot of time. a lot of the places that I would go and look at the menu for a person like me, it was a whole lot of ham and cheese this and ham and cheese that and cheese this. They're real big on cheeses and hams, with two things which my body can't take.
Oh, you don't do cheese at all?
Well, I can, but not if I'm trying to on vacation. That's not what you want to do on vacation. You're around your own faculties.
You try to get a foie gras and
and
the
they had frog legs, but I wasn't trying to get frog legs.
Duck and pate and
I wasn't on task. You know what I'm saying? Like in France, like that. In London, I went to a couple places. We had some, some good food or whatever. But like, yeah, in France, I know I should have done better with that, but I was way more interested in. The more time I sat still in France, the more time I felt like I was wasting time. Because I was only there for a short period of time. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I just wanted to be walking around and like,
that's where you grab a baguette and keep.
Oh yeah, no, I sat and ate. Yeah. I had whatever their little like a chicken sandwich, but I had frites, and I was like, oh, I'm in France.
Frites, yeah. France eating fries.
Yeah, I'm like, this is great.
Fries in France.
They just they just call them fries. This is crazy.
I think code word for niggas in Paris is fries in France. That's when you know you're having fries in France. But hey, we here.
Yeah, I'm out here. I was like, I felt big about it. I was like, well, I'm out here.
This is where they come from.
This is where they come from, supposedly. Yeah.
That's what they said. That's what they said.
Right. That's what the name said. So that's what I'm gonna say.
And then you go right to England and it's chips.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's so disrespectful. Y'all too close for that.
It's chips.
That's so disrespectful.
No condiments. All raw. Your food is raw dog. You gotta ask for condiments.
What like ketchup? They don't do ketchup.
They're not like they might like. I went to one spot and they gave me like mayonnaise. I was like, oh, I know I'm in white.
They do that in Cali. Oh yeah.
I was like, I am in white country.
Yeah, who's dipping a potato part in mayonnaise? Hey.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah,
but you got to ask for that ketchup.
Yeah.
And their ketchup has, their ketchup is different. Their ketchup has like 5 ingredients.
What does that mean?
What is it? Like it's actual, tomato ketchup as opposed to whatever we be getting that have like 30.
Wait a minute, my ketchup here don't be having a lot of ingredients.
What you look at the back of that ketchup bottle. There's a whole lot of additives and preservatives and whatevers. And
that's why they probably don't give it out because it
actually tastes different. It tastes
like ripened at the table. It be getting rotten at the table.
Yeah, I need that. I need the real,
By the time you put it on, it come to the table. By the time you put it on, it got a whole brown skin top.
Skin top. Yeah, that's just fresh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I need that fresh. I need y'all mashing tomatoes in the back.
Monsieur, your ketchup is going bad at the table.
please dip your chip.
Please, please, if you could dip your frites.
Please dip your frites.
Yeah.
Monsieur, please dip your frites.
Monsieur. I always love French. I took French in high school, and it was really, you can fake French just by doing the accent. If you can nail the accent, it's basically a what do they call that? A Latin language or romantic language or whatever. It's a puke language. All you have to do is give the appearance that you're about to throw up. And say,
you're very correct.
Yeah,
because I had like I wasn't feeling well when I got to France, right? And the next morning I was looking for some ibuprofen, and I go into the grocery store, and my man is on the ladder shelving stuff or whatever, and I'm like, I know this. I could just look at him. I'm like, I know this joker don't speak English. So I say,
don't want to deal with you.
Which aisle can I find the medicine? And I put it up to him, and he's like, pharmacy. And he's like,
pharmacy.
I was like, he's like, yeah, and he came outside. He's like, see, pharmacy. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, that's not that different from what we say, sir.
Right. And then ibuprofen.
Right.
Yeah, it's headache. You had the headache. Yes. Sacre bleu.
Ibuprofen. Okay,
that's it.
Right.
That is it.
Yeah, but it was nice, man. I definitely, can see how and why people go, more often than just once. And I definitely would need some more time out there to explore and see what else I can connect to. Like, jokers be going to Amsterdam and I'm gonna be right back to Amsterdam real quick.
The backpacking through the
backpack. I was backpacking.
Oh yeah.
When I went, I just had the backpack on, and I went, from London to France with the backpack.
With the the
Hipster.
sign that says "Kick me, I'm a tourist." You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Rob me.
You know, it also said, "Kick me if you want." But
Well, you know they don't. See, in England, it's a big. The culture is not a gun culture. They have them, but it's not
yes.
a gun culture. But they good with the stabbing though. They do that stabbing.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that's a
Yeah. What
we
was that?
not
What was that? What was that infamous killer back in the day? Like Jack the Ripper or something like
Jack the
that?
Ripper.
Wasn't
Yeah,
he a stabber?
but not even that. I'm talking about like the street thugs. Like that's their move.
Oh,
They
okay.
they meet up like a West Side Story and like
Oh,
and,
okay.
and get to poking and they just get to stab it.
You like beat it
Yeah,
video?
yeah. Everybody got a knife,
Oh, jeez.
man.
So you got to come out there. That's not a knife.
Yeah,
Man,
right.
that's a knife.
I remember one of the first terrorist crimes I seen on TV on the internet was when man, this one dude, it's an old video. I don't know if it's still up, but it was a black dude. And he just killed like 2 people, right? And the dude called him with the phone before the police got there. And
Uh-huh.
he's standing there with this butcher knife.
Mm.
And both his hands were, I mean, beat red. He had just gutted 2 people on the street. And he was saying how you know, he said all around the world you keep blaspheming and disrespecting our God. You know, you can't disrespect Allah like that. So you're gonna get it. And this is what we
Oh.
told you. He said, we told you, and it's gonna keep happening and keep happening. And I was like, damn, jeez,
Knife.
that knife work,
Thugs. Sheesh.
man. And that's that's a real crime because you got to get up on.
That's up close. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
personal.
you got to get up. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you can't, unless you're real good at one of them jokers that at the movies they be throwing the
Throw the Jones. Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Unless you're good at that, that's up close and personal, man. You look at somebody in the eye.
So did you see any top boys, any drug dealers? You know, the gangsters,
No,
drill rappers in
no.
London.
I did not. I
know?
again, I think I was only in the the real city, the
Oh,
greater. I didn't really
touristy where
go.
they ain't at. Yeah.
Yeah, like so I didn't see that. I didn't see much of that. It was very I feel like there's a lot of like Indians or like East Indians or Middle Easterners, a lot of Asians.
Mm.
Of course there were the whites
The whites. Yeah.
and the blacks. Some blacks. The blacks were there too.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
but it trips you out. What trips me out is that like, when you hear the accent, because like for a second you'll forget.
Yeah. Where
You know
you
what I mean?
are.
Where you are, and then they start talking. And it's like, oh damn, you could be cussing me out right. It sounds so pleasant. You just sound so pleasant. Very, very proper, and this type of thing. And like even like with I was with my sister because she was doing a play out there, which is the whole reason why I went, because I had a free place to stay. And went to have high tea.
Okay.
Why not?
Right.
When in London, and the server. You're always gonna be in an instance at some point where somebody's gonna recognize, her or whatever. And she goes, so it's so polite. I'm sorry, were you on a television show? Is that this is and she's like, yeah. She's like, oh, brilliant. I love that show. I watched it during pandemic. It really got me through, and just walked away.
Wow.
Like normally, so same situation. We were in somewhere else in the US.
Yeah.
And like the server did that.
Bitch.
The server did that and was like, blah, blah, blah. And then like 2 seconds later, the server comes back, the manager comes back, and the supervisor. We just want to let you know. And And then they're kind of like, so we watch them back because they walk away and we like, okay, what are they doing? Because the next move is once the meal comes, pictures come.
Yes, pictures come. Yeah.
And like we like looking like, okay, they setting up, they watching to see where we are in the meal.
Right.
When they connect, us,
counting your chews and everything.
Right. Yeah. So we like, all right, which way is out of here? The back way. Like leave out because like it's like, oh, we're just here to, that's cool. So come say hi and do the whole thing. Cool. But that's it. We're fine. But in British, they were just like, oh no, that's lovely. You're so lovely, and just walked up. We were like, that was so pleasant.
Fascinating.
Yeah, that was so pleasant. It's like, oh, that's very nice.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Good time. Well, next time you're going back, man, we got to do a group trip.
Yeah.
It's a takeover. Do the downtown London All Fun and Games takeover.
There it is. There it is. Wait. What else we taking over this weekend though?
Oh yeah, because I'm looking at the time.
Mhm.
Yeah, so tomorrow, so to the people watching, I don't know, how many people are local and all of that. So Sunday, the Karen Hunter Show Foolishness Friday live at City Winery is going down, sold out. So if you got your tickets, we hope to see you there. However, we're doing a little pop-up meet and greet. And I'm going to just open it up to everybody watching. If you're in the area, Saturday night at a place called 1865 Steakhouse and Cigar Lounge, new in the city, less than 2 months old, black owned, great atmosphere, cool vibe. So I'm gonna say that we're gonna do a pop up meetup at 1865 this Saturday, 6:30.
Okay. So even if you're not
Even if
going
you're
to
not
the
going to the
show,
show,
even if you listen and watch us here and go, well, hell, at least I can finally go out to somewhere we know they're gonna be.
right?
And
We're gonna try that.
yes,
We're gonna because at first I had invited people that had came in town that are coming in town
for
for
the
the
show.
show from somewhere else. And then I said, all right, well, if you're here and you're coming to the show,
Yeah.
come to the pop up. Now I'm saying, just because this is such a close knit group here, if you're in the area, come on out.
Come on through.
So that's on Georgia Avenue, Uptown DC. You're gonna have to do your Googles, run the show back because I'm not advertising.
1865
Steakhouse and Cigar
Steakhouse.
Lounge.
Why 1865? Do you know?
That's the name. Probably something to do with freedom and black.
Oh,
Or
okay.
something. Yeah, something to do with getting free.
Okay.
Yeah, something. I'm guessing. So
All right.
there's
I
that.
like it.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, tomorrow, Saturday, literally tomorrow. Helen.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. The show's Sunday.
Show's on Sunday.
It's tomorrow.
Yes.
For
Festivities.
the people that's like, I didn't get a ticket in time, but I still want to, be around the Foolishness Friday weekend. So yeah, there's that.
We will not be performing. Not be.
Yeah. So there'll be no performances. And also, let me say this because I don't want no implied, not like Kyrie. I don't want you to assume what I'm saying. Karen will not be there. This is unofficial and it's unauthorized.
Yes.
So it's just people hanging out.
And if you show up and you tell them that we sent you,
Yeah,
whatever's on the menu price,
yes.
if you pay for whatever's on the menu, you get whatever you ask
You
for
get
and
it.
you pay
Yeah.
for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There's
There's that.
a 0% discount on any items because you mentioned our name.
Just matter of fact, don't mention our names. Just yeah, how about that? Stay safe.
Just come say what's up.
Yeah, come say what's up. All right, let's see. All right, check for any unreadiness in the chat. Shout out to Dr. Clarkson, our executive producer over there across town in Studio G. Now it's not down the hall.
It's across town.
Let's see.
Studio G.
Day oneers, first timers, good to see y'all. Appreciate everybody that hung out with us today. Somebody said something about Herman Edwards, and then somebody else said something about. Okay, I read those already. All right, I think that's it. No sound effects, no music.
We're going to build a satellite studio from the prison cell.
I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. I don't know how long. I need resources.
You got reverse prison where you go, you in there Monday through Friday, and you get out on the weekends. You like that new program?
Yeah, it's an intake.
Monday through Friday break.
Yeah, it's a check-in. Yeah, it's one of those. What do you call that? When they give it to, what is that called? It's a word for that.
What's that?
That type of sentence when you get.
Yeah, it's like usually it's like a weekend.
You just got to show up. You got to turn yourself in every Friday.
Yeah. Every Friday. You got to show up every Monday. You get out on Friday nights.
Yeah. All right, that's it. Y'all have a safe weekend, man. I hope to see some of y'all. What's up with you, conscious champion? My man Jay Black, what up with you? Lee Riggs, shout out to Lee Riggs, man. Always day oneer from the West Coast. My man Nola. That's it. That is it. All right, let me hit the button. And we're gonna see. Let me see. We're gonna show you the language. Oh, yeah. All right. Good call. And goodbye.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.